Kicking It with Mia. And tonight we just gonna talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come on over here and kick it with your girl. Y'all, I'm late this week, as you can see. I'm brace face, so had to getting used to having these braces on my teeth, so that's why I didn't record yesterday. But we back, and we just gonna talk about it. We not doing a full deep dive because I feel like I'm late, and then too, because I feel like I'm talking funny. I already talk a little funny as it is, and I feel like I'm talking even more funny. So we just gonna talk about it, like just talk about the show, and we gonna try to do it quick. So anyways, let's get into it. Ladies are still pressing Stacey. Everybody got an issue with Stacey. So they still pressing Stacey about the situation with Chris. So Sharice, she calls Chris, and Chris says he don't know nothing them people got going on. At this point, if Chris is lying or if he not, he said it wasn't true, let it go. Like, if Stacey did go back and tell, whatever. At this point, like I said, it could have been Kay, it could have been Ashley, who the hell knows? Like, I'm just over it. Like, let it go. And then I didn't like that Giselle was like, I don't care what Chris say. Can't nothing stop me from thinking that Stacey told him. And I know this is a show, so we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But I'm just like, that's too much. Like, if she said it, she said it. If she didn't, she didn't. But I promise you, it's not that deep. Therese say that Stacey tried to talk to a married man after knowing he was married. Cherie just want to be on the show at this point. I'm convinced, because I really don't give a damn. Angel still has the issue with Wendy, so she called herself confronting Wendy, and Wendy let her have it, and Wendy told her that she just keep falling flat, which I was like, okay, Wendy, okay, Wendy, pop your shit then, because she is falling flat, her and Kiana. And not only that, y'all, I feel like they are just looking for something to talk about. Like, and Wendy was just the easier target because we know Giselle said it. She won't give the smoke to Giselle. Giselle has admitted that she said it. She still won't give the smoke to Giselle. It's just like, girl, Angel could say something about being mad because she seen Wendy in the airport and Wendy didn't say anything to her. And Wendy was like, well, you seen me, you didn't say nothing. Like, I don't get it why. If y'all are coworkers, y'all not friends. If you see me and if we don't speak, it's cool. If I wasn't gonna speak to you and you wasn't gonna speak to me, in my head that means we on the same thing. Like, so let it go. Y'all are not friends, and it's okay. Kiana, she's going after Stacey, baby. Kiana said she got a condo, she got a man. Kiana, like, I don't understand the gang up on Stacey. Like, I get Stacey can be full of shit. I am the one to admit that. Stacey, I feel like she's a good addition. She's playing her role well. But I do also have to recognize that Stacey can be full of shit. Stacey do be lying. But at the same time, it's just like, all of y'all gonna go against, like, everybody gonna gang up on Stacey. Like, it's just like, okay, I get it. Y'all don't like her, and it's okay. But, child, come on, let's talk about something else. Ashley is still talking about her mom, and which I get it. That's her mother. At the end of the day, we all want what's best for our mother. But her mother has been in a relationship with this man for over 20 years. And we know her mother is basically the provider, and he don't do anything. And this was one of the things that Michael had a problem with, because Michael was taking care of Ashley's mother at a point in time, and he didn't like that he was taking care of Ashley's mother husband, which I completely understand. Because if you able-bodied and ain't nothing wrong with you, why am I pulling all the weight? And as sad as it is, and it's as sad as it is to say, some women are content with that. And I know that's your mother, Ashley, and you may want the best for her, but at the same time, she got to want the best for herself. And if I can't remember exactly what Ashley's uncle told her regarding the situation with her mom and her mom's husband. But I feel like what he said was kind of what was right. Like, if she's content in that situation and she's happy, you know, we may not on the outside looking in understand how are you happy in this situation. But if she is, at the end of the day, it is what it is. This has been one of Ashley's long-standing storylines. Nothing has changed. I think at one point this man had her mama living on the street or something, if I'm remembering correctly. So it might be more to it than we know. So Ashley, all you can do is pray for your mama, have a relationship with your mama, wish her the best. I know you're worried about her health and stuff, but at some point, if she doesn't want to take control of that, or she's happy with this man and whatever life that they are living, it ain't nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. Jazzy, Wendy, and Stacey meet up, and then on the other side, Kay, Angel, Ashley, Tia, and Giselle meet up. Giselle and them are giving hater. I didn't like Giselle saying that, oh, we are trauma bonding over Stacey, and when we talk about Stacey, it's a kiki. I didn't like that because it's just like, y'all really, like, yeah, I know this is a show and it's for our entertainment, but I just feel like some stuff is just like, okay. Stacey is kind of trying to understand why she's the target. I do like that that Jazzy and Wendy are, you know, sticking up for Stacey, and it's like, you know, in her corner, because everybody literally ganging up on her. And like I said, I'll be the first to say it. We know Stacey can be full of shit. We know that Stacey be lying. The lying doesn't bother me because I feel like they all lie. And I feel like everybody human, so they all have their ups and downs, whatever. But I don't feel like Stacey is like the worst person. I feel like Stacey is a good addition. I just feel like she do be bullshitting sometimes. But Giselle is like, you know, because Monique just came back around the group, and Stacey didn't know Monique when she was in a relationship with Chris. So to see Monique now, and for Monique to be vulnerable and to be honest about her situation and to go back and tell her it's messed up, which I do get that. But at the same time, Monique really ain't even paying it no thought. I think from the previews, of next episode, I think Monique may start buying into it. We'll see how that go. But right now, Monique is just like, he can do what the fuck he want to do. And I'm glad that I thought when Monique, you know, communicated that she really didn't care what Chris had going on, that we was gonna let this go, but we know it's a show and it's gotta be drawn out. And y'all, I feel like Kiana just harbors a lot of anger just because her situation isn't what she wanted to be. Like in the situation when she was talking to her mom and her brother about moving back in with Greg, but Greg was saying he gonna purchase her condo, but he still didn't get a ring, and there's still no commitment. Greg got 3 kids. I think, have he been married before? I can't remember. But Greg probably not trying to get married. If he's been married before, he probably not trying to get married again. And I feel like that's something that's bothering Kiana. If the situation, we seen how he treated her last season, and it seemed like she really wanted to be a wife, and she wants that lifestyle. So that's why it hit a nerve when Stacey said what she said about her not having a husband and stuff, because I think that's what she really wants. And so maybe that's why she gun-ho on going at Stacey, because I don't know. But she said that Greg is gonna purchase her condo and she gonna move back in with him. Now, if he gonna really purchase the condo, let him purchase it, baby. Purchase it. I will move back in with you just so you can purchase it. But I need to make sure all the paperwork has my name on it. And then if you don't, you don't want to do what we don't want to do what we're gonna do, then I'm gonna go on about my business. But you can pay for it. Her mom is saying, why you moving back in with him? And if he's not gonna commit, and she's saying that that's not the reason she left. Child, Kiana just needs something to talk about. She's not happy with Greg. We know she's a mean girl. Like, I wanted Kiana to come on here and do her thing so bad, but her and Angel have failed miserably. And at this point, it's just like she's scrambling for something to talk about. And at the same time, I'm one of them people, if Kiana is okay with moving back with this man without a ring, girl, go live your best life. I'm that person where I'm not the person that's gonna tell you yay or nay when it comes to that personal life. If we are friends and we're close, I tell you my opinion on it and how I feel if I know the whole situation. But at the same time, they only been together 3 years. And like I said, I don't feel like Greg, if he's been married previously, he probably don't want to be married for real. I purchase the condo, make sure it's in, let him purchase the condo, make sure it's in your name, and then if he want to play that game, you still have your condo, and you can go back to it whenever you please. That's how you do that. I did find a situation with Wendy and her dad a little sad because her sister said she hadn't seen her dad in over 20 years, and we know he forgot her birthday or he didn't tell her happy birthday. We find out that she went to go see him in Nigeria and he didn't come to see them. So I feel like she's searching for that. She did say that her sister is like, it is what it is, but Wendy still has hope. And maybe this is the reason Wendy is the way she is. Maybe this is why she led with her degrees and all her accomplishments. We seen her mother saying, oh, she's taking care of me, she's taking care of me. So I think she always had something to prove. Hopefully they can get that situation together. I couldn't help but think watching that scene in Wendy's scene when they were doing these renovations, like, damn, these people gonna probably try to railroad her, and how did you get the money for these renovations? Like, Wendy. But yeah, I loved how Monique handled the situation with the sit down with Kay, Ashley, and Wendy. Monique was like, I come in peace. She said that she don't even associate with people that associate with Chris. She also said that they've been having issues co-parenting, so she's not looking for any problem. She also said that Cookie be lying, that Chris love drama, Cookie love drama, and if you can't believe shit, Cookie say. And I think Kiana was mad about it. Did y'all see Kiana's face when she said that? Like, oh, damn. Because it's like she wanted to let her know, but at the end of the day, this is her ex-husband. I think this is the issue. That's the difference between a woman that's over it and healed from a situation versus a woman that's still bitter and holding, resentment towards their situation. Because, and Monique basically said that. She was like, the old Monique would have been like, "Bruh, what happened?" and would have been in your face. But this Monique, she's like, I'm coming in peace. I'm cool. Like, it is what it is. If you dated him, you dated him. If you didn't, you did. Stacey is saying that she didn't date him. We know Stacey did say they were friends, that they hung out a few times, but they haven't had sex. We don't know the whole truth. I feel like that's a date. Y'all hung out. Y'all know y'all was getting to know each other, and it may just didn't work. Whatever the case is. And that's fine. He's a single, divorced man. She was single and divorced at the time. Do what y'all do. I don't see what the big deal is. Now, do I believe somebody went and said this to Chris or acted like they said it to Chris? Absolutely. And I don't know if it was Cookie. Well, I know Cookie got some. Cookie is in it. Put it like that. We know Cookie got something to do with it. I don't know if Kay went back and said something to Cookie and she relayed the message to Chris. I don't know if Stacey done it. I don't know who the hell done it at this point. But at the same time, that man is single. Stacey is single or doing whatever she do. And yeah, the situation don't go relay what I say about my ex-husband to people. But it is what it is. Monique is really not paying it too much attention, which I'm like, okay, cool. Because on the previews, they did show that it seemed like Monique kind of started, listening. So we'll see what happened. We're not going to jump ahead. We just going to go off of what we seen this week. And at this point, I'm like, Monique, I'm over it. Kay went to the bar because she didn't want to sit there with Stacey. It's just like, how you mad because there's not an aha moment? Like, Kiana, you're saying you don't care, but you the reason everybody is here, but you and Ashley, y'all called the meeting. That's why I said it could have been her, Ashley. Like, but I'm loving Monique's maturity in the situation. And not like, okay, shit, he's single. If he want to do what he do, do what he do. It is what it is. Like, and that's how you handle it. Because, baby, I'm not even with this man. I don't give a fuck what he do. outside of taking care of his kids. And if that's the issue, y'all fucking know what I got going on. Like, so we'll see, child. So now we gonna head to the A. We off Potomac and we heading to the Married to Med girls, and we fit to get in their business. We starting this episode off with the same BS. Quiet and Simone. So Quiet had a pool party and she didn't invite Simone until 2 hours before the party. And that's really because Simone reached out and said happy birthday to her. Angel has joined the cast. If y'all watched Basketball Wife, then you should be familiar with Angel. Angel was cool. She didn't used to have a lot going on Basketball Wife, so I'm interested to see how she do on Married to Med. We do know she's an RN. She's been doing her thing for years, so I'm interested to see what she's gonna bring, if she's going to bring anything to Married to Medicine. Simone is mad because she didn't get an invite to a quiet party, like I was saying. She went online and said that she was wondering how Quiet was paying off her house. And because, okay, Sweet Tea. So if you watched the last season, y'all know Sweet Tea is Dr. G's new wife, Quiet's ex-husband. Okay, so Simone and Sweet Tea are cool or whatever. And they were on the YouTube or something. They was on live or something. And Sweet Tea said that her house, that Quiet's house is about to be paid off. And which is Dr. G's house. And Simone was like, oh, I wonder how she paying off her new house. Like a real hater shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, like, y'all are really just not it. Like, first of all, Sweet Tea, you sound dumb as hell talking about Quiet's house about to be paid off, because that lets me know, well, I mean, not just me, the whole world know this. That's not even your house. So it's about to be paid off. Okay, great. But if Greg leave you today, you gotta go. Like, let's be clear. So, okay. And Simone is like, I want to have her new house again. We know Quiet has a nice house, and Simone has been a hater of Quiet. I'm just saying it. Simone has been a hater. I feel like Simone is mad because Quiet didn't suffer. I've said this. I mean, I know I haven't been doing the YouTube recaps and stuff for a while. I haven't been doing this for a long time. But just me, it's been a long time viewer of the show, I've been saying this. Simone is a hater. Simone is mad because Quiet didn't crumble the way she thought that she would when her and Dr. G broke up. When her and Dr. G divorced. I feel like Simone has always looked at Quiet as not her equal. She didn't see Quiet as her equal. She seen Quiet as with Dr. G, a man who was doing good for himself, and that's how Quiet was eating. Even though Quiet she do have a degree, and she do have her own things going on. I think she did have investments and stuff. Like, we know she used to be on the talk show with Simone, had an issue with that. And this is the same person. They was on Dr. G's side when they broke up. So why are you so mad about y'all fake ass friendship? Which we know, I'm not saying Quiet is always right, but I'm just over it. And I'm like, even King was like, we tired of hearing it. And I'm like, King, I'm tired of hearing about it. Because it's the same shit. Like, y'all are not friends, and it's okay. Like I always say about all these shows, y'all are co-workers. And the way that you treat people on your 9 to 5, yeah, you might have to be around these people a little more just because you got to fulfill your contract. But we not friends. We are co-workers. And I feel like Simone be mad when she don't know all of Quiet's business. Because she said it on multiple occasions. We don't know nothing about you. Yeah, you mad because I don't want to sit here and tell you all my damn business when you're not my friend for real. Like, let's be clear. But like I said, I always felt like Simone never seen Quiet as her equal. So the fact that Quiet has been able to not only maintain a good life for herself, but also purchase a nice house for herself, I feel like Simone is envious of that, because Simone, of course, don't not taking nothing away from Simone's accomplishments. We know she's an OBGYN, she's a doctor, she's doing her thing. Not taking nothing away. But I feel like Simone feel like I worked hard, I worked my ass off for this, I work this, I do this, I still gotta work these long hours. And to see her, a person that I didn't feel like was my equal, now has this nice house. She, we seen her as only Greg's wife. Now she's out of his shadow and she's doing her own thing. She done made a lane for herself. And not only that, I feel like she's mad because outside of the show, Quiet is a socialite in Atlanta. Like, if you know, you know. And if you don't, you can just go to Quiet Instagram or any social media that she's on and see the ladies that she hangs with, all the ladies that are socialites around Atlanta. We know Atlanta is cliquish, and she's in all the it groups, if you would say. So like she's cool with all the big names, some of the women that people may deem as heavy hitters or whatever in Atlanta. And I feel like Simone has always envied that. I think she wanted to be in those circles, and that's the reason why she kind of mad that Quiet don't talk to her outside of filming, because she want to be in that lifestyle, and Quiet don't fuck. They don't fuck with each other for real, but I know they all do stuff for the show, and we know how it go. Simone said that the reason she made the comment about Quiet is because Quiet said that she would go on Traders. I think Andy, I can't remember who asked Quiet who they felt like who would be good for Traders. She said Simone name. Simone took it offense to it because I guess she took it as Quiet calling her a traitor. I don't know, but Trader is actually a show on Bravo. So to me, even if Quiet was low-key taking a dig at her, I don't think I would have been that mad, because I think she's saying that you will be good on the show. And nobody from Married to Medicine has been on the show, I don't think. So she actually could have been plugging you in, if you will. So why are you so upset? I feel like Simone just looks for a reason to be mad. And like I said before, I feel like that was the issue with Toya. I know her and Toya had their issues, but they have turned the new leaf and have been trying to be cool. And Simone don't like that, which I feel like Simone felt like because she was loyal to Toya, and that she did kind of turn on Quiet for Toya. Now her and Toya is cool. She kind of feel away. But like I said, I've always felt like Toya and Simone, they always had an issue with Quiet because of her outside dealings. Because the life that she lives outside of Married to Medicine, outside of this show, they want to be a part of. Especially Toya. I feel like if Toya and Quiet could really be cool, they would be a good duo. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see Toya hanging with these ladies, but she you know. So I'm over Simone. Only that Simone just did some snake ass shit. I'm sorry. Even her getting Sweet Tea and Greg back on the show, I think she did that because she thought it was gonna run Quiet off. When she seen that didn't work, you online teaming up with his ex-wife talking about me, bitch, fuck you. Like, I don't know where people be having in their head that they can do whole shit, and then when you don't respond the way they want you to respond, it's the issue. Like her would you come to a party that you was invited to 2 hours before? Baby, she didn't want you to come. And it's okay. I feel like, too, with Quiet and Dr. Mimi being cool, I bet you that'd be an issue, too, y'all. We gonna see, but I bet you that's probably gonna be an issue, too, because Dr. Mimi seems like, she handled her business during the day, and at night she outside, which, baby, yeah, I love a woman who we can put on the face during the day, do what we need to do, and then when we outside, we gonna have a good time. We not uptight, about to blow a blood vessel, mad at the world like Simone. And y'all, after Simone said that stuff to Quiet about the situation that happened with her niece, I wouldn't even fuck with Simone. And I think that's really where Quiet is at with it. But at the end of the day, this is a job and she trying to get her coin. So I get the logistics behind it. But a bitch like Simone, after she said what she said, and baby, we would never have nothing to talk about. And baby, Quiet body is tea. I ain't even gonna hold you. I said, okay, Quiet look good. Baby, that black don't be cracking. Okay. We see Toya and Eugene, and baby, they have purchased a new home. And we know Toya and Eugene move a lot. And I ain't even gonna get into that. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Her house is beautiful. I have to give, but Toya like nice stuff. And y'all can say, oh, they can't afford this, they can't afford that. I ain't here to count nobody finances like that. Eugene gonna work his ass out. We know Toya getting the bag from the show. Baby, live how y'all want to live. I think that house is beautiful. I love how she has the tree coming up in her closet. Baby, Toya said everything is custom, and I ain't mad at it. That house is nice as hell. And Toya looks good in this confessional with that bob. I'm like, okay, Toya, you look good, girl. But y'all, that house is nice. That house is tea. Like, y'all say what y'all want to say, make all the jokes y'all want to make. But her house is gorgeous. It's beautiful. It wouldn't be Toya if she wasn't complaining about something Eugene ain't doing. So Eugene has a job that he's working 2.5 hours away and 5 hours away. Still in Georgia, but not locally. He said that he took these jobs because he's getting paid a lot more money. I know a lot of people say, oh, Toya is working Eugene, to death. But I think some of y'all forget that Toya do get paid from this show, and I'm pretty sure she's getting paid pretty good. Let's be clear. Eugene made great money as a doctor, but Toya she pulling in something. Trust, especially for them to be able to afford certain stuff. Like, let's just be clear. I don't like to be biased and be like, oh, she just gonna work him into an early grave. If he a man and he want to work and he want to take care of his family, ain't nothing wrong with that. Toya obviously don't feel like that he needs to be driving these distances because she's saying that he's not at home much. Like, I guess, well, especially the 5 hours drive, he stays there during the week. So he may be like 5 days on, 5 days off or something like that. She asked the boys, do they feel, how do they feel? Do they feel any difference with him working locally and with him working, a little farther? And they said, no, it feel like it's the same. And it's because when he was working, I feel like it's because when he was working there locally, he was probably picking up more shifts. So he still wasn't there. So we just know it's classic Toya. She gonna find something to complain. I feel like Toya be bored. She be at that house, don't have shit to do, and she be looking for the shit to complain about. Or, it's part of her storyline. So it wouldn't be Toya if she was saying Eugene was doing every damn thing. Let's be clear. I like to see them with their sons. I do like that their sons are in the kitchen cooking. I like that because a lot of young men don't be knowing how to cook. And I like that they are learning early how to cook and do what they need to do. So I like that listening. The contestant is back full time, and we learned that they opened 2 or 3 buildings, I believe, and one of them they're renovating, and she's working a lot. Her husband is also working a lot, but he's not working as much as her. She's like, he needs to work some more, but she's one of those people, I feel like she's just a workaholic, and he's probably at the point where he's like, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna do what I need to do, but look, I still want to rest. So they are, doing their thing in the front of building, their business. They saying that they are doing pretty good. So, hey, kudos to y'all. I did like that Toya told Simone that you've been talking about her, not just talking about her, but talking about her with his ex-wife. Like, that's going to be an issue. She like, well, if you going to talk about it, you could talk about her with me, and it won't get no farther than me. But going on a live or YouTube, whatever they was on, talking about her to his ex, talking about her to his new wife, that's not gonna, you think y'all gonna be cool? Y'all ain't gonna never be cool. And Simone, I feel like she just in a miserable spot, and she's been there for a few years now. Like, let's be clear, Simone. If Quiet would have went talking to Cecil's best friend, remember Cecil's best friend that Simone was mad about and was about to divorce him about? If Quiet popped up with this woman, Simone, you would blow every motherfucking vessel you can, because you will be hot as hell, screaming up a storm. So why do you think that she will be okay with it? Like, it be crazy to me how people do stuff and then act like they don't know why people are mad. And you trying to use this traitor situation as the reason to why you did it. I just feel like, girl, Quiet was asked a question. She answered the question, and you mad about that. Which that could have been low-key setting you up, because she asked that question and they could have been picking you for the next show. Who knows? But girl, I don't know. Like, I'm already over it, and we one episode in. Toya got a problem with Jackie because Jackie said that she sat in Curtis' lap when we seen Curtis pull Toya. Curtis was all up on Heavenly. Jackie, I'ma just say this because I know some of y'all are diehard Jackie friends. Jackie is the real villain here. Jackie always do shit and hide her hand. Jackie always act like she don't know what's going on, but she act like she's the smartest person, but she don't know what's going on. I've been side-eyed Jackie. Then I really couldn't just like, okay, Jackie, when she came out, when she was saying the stuff about black women as a black woman. And I don't even want to get too much deep into that because, yeah, we just when she said what she said, I was like, okay, Jackie. Like, I always try to respect the other older black women, especially ones who are doing great in their fields. You know, I like to put respect on people's name when they've accomplished something and they are making something of themselves. But it'll be fake as hell of me to not be real when I see somebody is saying bullshit and doing bullshit. I just feel like the situation when she said that about black women, and her being a black woman who was in a situation and was hurt because, like, we're not gonna get into that. But anyway, I do feel like Jackie being mad at Toya, like, girl, be for real. Curtis needs to keep his hands to himself. And I felt like that was cringy. As a wife, I would have been mad as hell if I seen you grab Toya the way he grabbed her. And I feel like Eugene should have checked him out. I can't remember if he did or not. But it's just some stuff that you shouldn't do as a man, and especially to a woman that is married, and to you being a married man. It's just some stuff you shouldn't do. Point blank, period. So we are at Dr. Mimi's event, and we are introduced to one of the new housewives, Brandy, and she's a nurse practitioner. And she seems cool. Dr. Jackie, I didn't like Dr. Jackie asking her if her thyroid was enlarged. And this is the stuff I be talking about with Jackie. Like, that's rude as hell. Excuse me, y'all. That's rude as hell. Like, it's just, I understand that that's your field and you're very familiar with, this type of stuff. But it's a way to do it. You did not have to do that in front of the cameras, in front of all the ladies. You could have politely walked her to the side and asked her. She's a nurse practitioner, so she already knew this. But at the same time, you just don't never know, and you don't know how people are going to react to stuff. So this is the shit I be talking about with Jackie. It's just like, it's a way to do stuff. To me, it's a way to do stuff. Because that could have been something that's sensitive for her. She might not want nobody to know that. Like, you just never know. She might not have knew that. Like, it's just something. And you could have been like, oh, I'm coming to you, woman to woman. I'm a doctor. I noticed something, and I just wanted to ask you, have you thought about having this taken care of, or have you had it looked at? No shade, but pull her to the side and say that. Don't just, you talking, having a conversation, and just, it's your thyroid enlarged. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's a way you, like I always say, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. Like, come on now. Toya is looking for Heavenly because we know Heavenly's son got arrested and her husband did not tell her about it. People are feeling like that Toya is wrong for bringing the situation up. I personally don't feel like Toya is wrong. Heavenly is always in somebody else's business, always doing something mean to somebody. And I think Heavenly is a villain. She's funny. Sometimes her antics are too much, but I'm not mad at Toya. Like you bring up everybody else's business, your business not off. You know, it's fair game. That's just the part of the game. But you could tell that Jackie is Heavenly's real friend because Jackie wasn't saying nothing. Jackie tell her about that Heavenly is running for office. Baby, Toya said she wouldn't vote for Heavenly. Which I thought Heavenly was gonna be a strong candidate, but after that video came out, I don't know, y'all. We ain't gonna talk about that. Of course, Jackie didn't like what Toya said. I feel like Toya is just she taking kind of Heavenly spot. I feel like she's asking all the uncomfortable conversations and she's getting, the ball rolling. She's doing her job. And I feel like Jackie, since she don't have Heavenly, she can't just skate by kind of like she normally do. But at the same time, she wasn't wrong about Curtis. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I don't think Eugene would do what Curtis did to Toya or the way he was on Heavenly. And that's that. Like, Jackie saying if she would have said that about Eugene, then she would have been mad. Which Toya probably would have. She would have been mad. But this is about your husband because your husband done it. And she said she felt uncomfortable. And she was asked a question and she answered it. Like, it is what it is. Jackie saying Curtis only cheated one time and he's a changed person. It was only one person she was aware of. Girl, that man probably still out doing his thing right now. Allegedly. No, but baby, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. He was wrong and it's okay. He wrong. Let him know don't ever do it again and keep it moving. Toya tell Jackie that she would like basically for her to apologize. Jackie is like she's not apologizing because she doesn't feel like she needs to apologize because she doesn't feel like Toya did. What Toya is saying is right. Child, Jackie is not gonna take no accountability. If she feel like it's gonna make her look a certain way in a certain light, she's not gonna take no accountability for it. The only reason she took accountability about that situation that she said about the black women is because she didn't have no other choice to. That's it. That's all. Quiet comes and here goes Simone. Look at her. She gotta make a grand entrance. If they don't give hater, I don't know what. Like, Simone is a hater. I said it earlier. I feel like she didn't see Quiet as her equal. Now to see Quiet living her life, doing good for herself, being able to still sit in the same rooms as her and afford the same things, and she having to work hard. She feel like she worked harder and she's still working harder, and Quiet is having all these benefits on top of it. She got rid of Dr. G and she still was able to maintain. I feel like she's jealous of that. And then they saying that Quiet is with her clique. Jealousy. Y'all, I don't see how y'all don't, well, I don't know if y'all don't see it, but let me know what y'all think about that because I feel like that's what it is. I feel like Simone is jealous. I feel like Toya want to be part of the clique, but she still, she 1 foot in, 1 foot out. She don't, she pacing herself, if you will. And Dr. Mimi, Angel and stuff, we know they're part of the clique. They're cool and stuff. And they have a problem with that per usual. The episode was good, but child, I don't know, y'all. I do not feel like listening to Simone yell about somebody not being her friend. Like, I'm over it. Simone, find something else to talk about at this point. Anyways, that was it from Married to Medicine in the Real Housewives of Potomac. Y'all, I got these braces in. I'm thinking about doing a little mini series on being 30 with braces. Let me know how y'all feel about that. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And come back on over here and kick it with your girl. Bye, girl. Checking out from Brace Face Mia. Bye, y'all.